In this week's Torah portion, the Jews encounter one of our most bitter and vile enemies, Bilam, the sorcerer and prophet. But Bilam is unique among our enemies. Usually when we're under attack, it's of the military or violent variety. Bilam instead tries to co-opt our power, the power of speech, the power of prayer, a power that we inherited from our patriarch, Abraham, Avraham. Now, of course, there are times when we have to take up arms, if we're under attack and we need to defend ourselves. Or right now, when the Israeli army is seeking to send an appropriately harsh message to the butchers that killed those 3 innocent boys. But usually, our calling card is the power of speech. Now, the Torah makes it clear that Bilam is modeling himself after Avraham, going so far as to tell us that before he went out to curse the Jews, Bilam saddled his own donkey, just as we're told earlier in the Torah that Avraham saddled his own donkey when he went out to obey God's command to sacrifice his son, Isaac. And indeed, when Balak, the king of Moab, sends messengers to recruit and hire Bilam to curse the Jews, he tells Bilam, I know that whomever you bless is blessed, and whomever you curse is cursed. But that's not true. We have no indication that Bilam had ever blessed anyone. And Balak's not interested in blessings. He's recruiting and hiring Bilam to curse the Jews. And sure enough, when it finally comes time for Bilam to curse the Jews, when he's out there with Balak and they've set up all the altars and he's about to send those curses, those imprecations after us, God takes over Bilam's power of speech. And he converts, against Bilam's will, Bilam's curses into blessings. It's as if God's saying to Bilam, you wanted to use Avraham's power of speech? I'll let you use it, big boy. But guess what? Avraham's power of speech is the power to bless, not the power to curse. So you're going to bless, not curse, the Jewish people. Now, Avraham didn't gain that magical power of blessing from God as a random gift. He gained it as a natural consequence, an outgrowth of all the work that he'd put into his own personality development. We have a custom. When we say the Birchat Hamazon, the grace after meals, we leave some bread on the table. Because when we're asking God for a blessing, the blessing that we're asking for is a blessing to increase what we already have. If there's no bread on the table, there's nothing to increase. So that was Avraham's singular character trait. He could look at any person, no matter how evil, no matter how wicked, no matter how difficult, and find something good in that person. And then he could bless them. He could ask God to increase that good. And Bilam had the diametrically opposed character trait. He could look at any person, no matter how good, and find some flaw, and then ask God to curse, to increase that flaw. Now, it is, of course, so much easier to act like Bilam than Avraham. It's so much easier to criticize, to find flaws, to jeer, to insult, to destroy. It's much more difficult to act in the Abrahamic fashion and to find the good in people. That we've got to work on. I know a rabbi who told his students recently that he wanted them to engage in the following exercise. He asked them, look around the room at each and every one of your classmates. And over the course of the day today, I want you to think about at least one good thing about each of your classmates. This may not be so easy, because I'm including everyone, even someone who's a rival, even someone with whom you may not get along, even someone who didn't pick you at recess for the game. Find each one of your classmates and think of something good about each one of them. So I spoke to one of this rabbi's students and he said, I'm trying to do that. It's really hard. Well, I've decided I'm going to try to do it also with all the people that I know or that I meet. It's not going to be easy. Wish me luck. And if you try the same, good luck to you too.